Okay.
So are we actually recording now?
Yeah, we're actually recording
So
now.
the magnificent technology, like, hello, internet land. Gosh, there's so many of you.
I know.
Hold on, wait.
They look like little ants. They're so small.
This is actually, the point in the video where we flash forward to a Twilight Zone episode where the entire world, except for us, become ants. So, which would be completely, entirely blasphemous in and of itself. But first, folks, exactly, that face. But first, we have to talk about Hamlet 2. Hamlet 2 is an awesome film. Hamlet 2 will change your ideas on religion, and Hamlet 2 might possibly impregnate you.
Oh, yes. Sexy Jesus rocked me all night long.
Absolutely.
And I cannot wait for him to do it again.
I don't think I can either.
Oh, Immaculate Conception!
It really, makes my day. But the thing is, we came here to talk about whether or not Hamlet 2 was actually blasphemous. And what do you think about it actually being blasphemous?
It wasn't that blasphemous. It was
kind of blasphemous, but it wasn't really blasphemous.
Over the weekend, I watched some of this movie called The Devils, which this guy named Ken Russell made, back in the 70s.
Okay, by the way, only Abby would take a challenge about Hamlet 2 and go watch a movie from the 70s in order to inform her review later on.
It's called Two Awesome Movie Geeks for a reason. Because I'm awesome.
I'm absolutely not awesome. I am the faux awesome movie geek here. Mm-hmm. But what did the devil tell you?
Basically, it's about devil possession, demonic possession in 17th century France. And it's
gotta love 17th century France.
Oh, God. And it's this total sensationalist piece, and they're talking about it being like a dark masterpiece and stuff. But when I watched it, I thought that was kind of the definition of blasphemous, because it was not really accomplishing anything but making you go, holy crap. And that, I think, if you're doing something just for entertainment value, if your mocking religion doesn't have anything to say other than, doesn't this look really insane on screen, I think that's probably where you draw the line of blasphemy. And Hamlet 2 was not really that way, I don't think. It kind of had a commentary, I think.
I'm not sure. There might have been commentary. I looked for it, but I couldn't.
It wasn't sensationalist, and also I think at some point the Jesus freak people are protesting the production, and they get up at the front and they start listening to "Rock Me, Sexy Jesus," and then this one girl who's holding a Bible and being like, "Oh, the power of Christ compels you," listens to the song and she goes, "Wait, I totally agree with this song," and starts completely changing her mind. And I think that there are parts of that tend to kind of agree with Christian theology in sort of a weird way. I really hope I don't get, excommunicated for that, but I think there were certain parts of it that didn't seem terribly blasphemous.
Interesting.
Some wacko Christian people may actually think that Jesus is sexy. I don't know.
Absolutely. I have to say that I kind of take a bit of an opposite twist, because there were a lot of things that were completely lampooned in this movie, but the Christian right is such a small section of that it really didn't feel like it was a significant portion of the message.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it blasphemy. I wouldn't consider the movie Saved to be blasphemous because it's an actual commentary, whereas Hamlet 2 just sort of going all over the place, not really necessarily going for that kind of message.
The religious thing was only a very small part of it. It was very much more so making fun of conservative people in small towns,
theater people,
high school sports programs, high schools that pride themselves in their sports programs, and above and beyond everything else, the inspirational high school teacher movie.
Oh, gotta love that.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, it's, simultaneously, I think it's a really great parody of high school teacher movies, and also one of the best inspirational high school teacher movies I've ever seen. So,
absolutely. I just, here's my breakdown of the thing. I think it's incredibly blasphemous. I just don't care. I'm not offended by the movie, but I can understand that, people might take offense to it. And, like I said in my earlier video, I think that the people who are looking the most for blasphemy as a bad thing are also, the people who are most eager to see it. So, look, it could be blasphemous, but I just don't care. I appreciate this movie for its comedic elements and for its satire elements and parody elements and Well, I like to think I appreciate it for all of its elements, but I just, I was leaving the theater and I just wasn't terribly revved up to talk about Blasphemy. It's just not one of my things. So while I think this was a very good challenge, at the same time, I'm very poorly suited to actually address the challenge of blasphemy in modern day cinema.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I'm not one of those easily incensed people. I think I might see more of why people might think it was blasphemous. But I mean, I was raised a good Presbyterian kid, but I was raised by parents who thought that Life of Brian was the height of comedy. So at the same time, I was raised by very open-minded Presbyterians.
Right,
so
right.
I think if you have an open mind, and if you're just looking for good humor, and you don't really care too much about the whole religious thing, or if you're not easily bothered by it, then I think you probably won't have any problems at all with Hamlet 2. I sure didn't.
I didn't have any problems either. However, on the other hand, if you happen to be one of those people who's already kind of frustrated with the film before you actually sit down in your seats and get ready and buckle in, because you are about to get really, really angry.
If you're a follower of Jerry Falwell at all, I mean, hell, you probably even shouldn't be watching this, so...
Yeah, you'd probably get excommunicated just for buying a ticket in the first place, not necessarily even have to make it to the theater. But, Hamlet 2, blasphemous, but I think the consensus is, so... It was really funny, and we liked it, and the acting was impeccable, and the comedy was spot on, so you know what? Hamlet 2, blasphemous, but we loved every minute of it. So, we're the two awesome movie nerds, and thanks for stopping by.
Go forth and watch! You're so small, you all look like ants!